Welcome to the Blanco Wellness Podcast. Thank you for being here. Take a breath, settle in, and let's talk today about something that influences your mood, your energy, and the quality of your daily life in ways most people never consciously examine. You have walked into rooms that made you feel immediately at ease, where something in the quality of the space allowed you to exhale, to relax, to settle. And you have walked into rooms that produced the opposite effect, a subtle tension, a low-grade resistance, a sense that something was off without being able to say exactly what. The interesting thing is that this response is not imagined and it is not arbitrary. The spaces we inhabit affect us continuously and deeply, shaping the quality of our thinking, the ease of our rest, the degree to which we feel at home in our own daily lives. This understanding is at the heart of Feng Shui, one of the oldest systems of thought about the relationship between human beings and the environments they create. Feng Shui translates literally as wind and water, two of the natural world's most fundamental forces, both characterized by continuous movement, adaptation, and the capacity to shape everything they touch over time. At its core, the practice rests on a recognition that is simple enough to state and profound enough to spend a lifetime exploring. Our environment is not a neutral backdrop to our lives. It is an active participant in them. What surrounds us shapes us, and the degree to which we shape our surroundings with genuine intention makes a measurable difference to the quality of our daily experience. You do not need to accept any particular metaphysical framework to find this useful. The practical dimensions of it are observable without any special belief. Natural light genuinely improves mood. This is documented physiologically. A cluttered environment genuinely increases cognitive load, making it harder to think clearly and harder to rest. A space that contains objects chosen with genuine care, arranged to allow easy movement and genuine comfort, feels different from a space accumulated through habit and inertia. These are not mystical claims. They are observations about how human beings actually respond to their surroundings. The Feng Shui principle that tends to produce the most immediate and tangible shift is also the simplest. Clear what no longer belongs. Every object in a space occupies not only physical space, but also a small but real portion of your attention. It asks to be seen, to be maintained, to be related to in some way. Objects that belong to chapters of life that have already closed, or that were kept out of habit rather than genuine affinity, carry a particular quality of weight. The traditional Chinese concept of qi, the vital energy or life force that moves through spaces as it moves through bodies, is described as flowing freely in environments that are clear and ordered, and as stagnating in environments that are cluttered and dense. Whether or not you frame it in those terms, most people recognize the felt difference between a cleared space and an accumulated one. There is also a subtler dimension of this that deserves attention. The state of our physical environment tends to reflect and reinforce the state of our inner life. A space that has been allowed to become disordered over a long period of neglect is often the external expression of a period in which the inner life was similarly neglected, in which there was not enough energy or attention left over for the maintenance of the space that holds everything else. Conversely, the act of tending to your environment, clearing what has accumulated, opening windows, making the bed, placing something beautiful where you will see it each morning, is a genuine act of self-respect. It is a signal, sent through action rather than intention, that the life being lived in this space is worth attending to. Nature is the original model for what Feng Shui points toward. Nothing in the natural world is excessive, nothing is forced, and the result is a quality of harmony that human beings find consistently restorative. A forest is not decorated. It is composed, each element serving its function, nothing accumulated beyond what the system requires, space and light and growth all in genuine relationship with each other. This is not an aesthetic standard to achieve in your living room. It is a direction to move toward. Spaces that feel genuinely supportive rather than spaces that merely contain a life. The practical question that Feng Shui consistently returns to is worth making your own. Look around the space where you spend the most time and ask honestly, how do I want to feel here? Rested, if it is a bedroom. Focused, if it is a workspace. Nourished and connected, if it is where you eat and spend time with people you love. And then ask the follow-up. Does what is currently in this space support that feeling, or does it work against it? That question, asked with genuine attention, tends to produce a clear enough answer without requiring expertise in any tradition. As we close today, the invitation is a simple one. Choose one space in your home and give it 20 minutes of genuine attention this week. Not a renovation, not a redesign, just honest tending. Clear what has accumulated without intention. Let in whatever natural light is available. Notice what the space feels like when it has been genuinely cared for rather than simply occupied. Because sometimes the shift toward a more settled inner life begins not with a practice or a plan, but with the simple, physical act of making the space around you a little more worthy of the life being lived inside it. Thank you for being here with me today. Until next time, be well.